Okay, so this dish is called basically what I have in the house. So there's some frozen shrimp. There's a couple pieces of dried chorizo, which I've been rendering here. We're about to add to that some onions and garlic, some fresh oregano, some kale, because kale is something that keeps really well. So if you go to the store, buy a lot of it because it'll stay well in your refrigerator. And then here we have some kind of crushed up chickpeas and some of the roasted potatoes from last night. I just kind of mushed them all up. We're going to maybe add some of that to it. Brookie, go ahead and add the, she's going to add the onion and the garlic to the skillet. We're going to let those soften. And we're going to add a little bit of the oregano and we'll go from there. So the onions and the chorizo and the garlic have kind of softened a little bit here. A little bit of salt, Brookie. Here. Got a little bit of salt. We're going to go ahead and add the kale now because I want to add the shrimp at the end because I don't want the shrimp to overcook. And we're going to add a little bit of broth. I haven't decided. We have chicken broth and we have clam juice, clam broth. From when we had the clams.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Chicken.
Oh, she wants chicken, she says, so, okay. What? Yeah. All right, so then maybe we add...
No vegetable milk.
I don't have any homemade veggie broth right now. I wouldn't add all of it. So there goes the chickpea mash with the potatoes. Looking good so far. Okay, so we added the chicken broth and then we just added some fresh oregano. I meant to add the oregano earlier, but whatever. It's fine. We're gonna add it now and it's gonna kind of simmer in there. This is the dish that's also, again, like last night with the chicken sausage and everything, it's going to have a lot of extra virgin olive oil because that's going to add that kind of nice fattiness to your tongue and that extra little kind of umami and that yummy silkiness on your tongue. Okay, so I have some of this left in the pantry, or in the fridge, so there's a fair amount of sauce there. Or I could open up this whole thing, but really doesn't make sense. I mean, I could, but I don't know what I have planned for that in the next couple days, so we're going to go ahead and just open this, Brooke, and add a little bit of that. I don't want it to have like totally tomato, but I just want the tomato to kind of, probably like half of that. Okay, that's good. Now see what that is when you stir it. It's kind of warm, kind of yummy bowl. Okay.
Looks good.
So that's looking good. So we'll add the shrimp in a minute and let that simmer. And that'll be a nice, out of sight, out of mind. This was sitting on the counter, but my husband, who's so nice and wonderful, just cleans up around me. God bless him. But I meant to add this to the dish, the smoked paprika. That was like really important because that was kind of going with the, okay, that's good. Some of the dried chorizo. So we added the smoked paprika, which is definitely a huge flavor enhancer. It adds so much flavor. If you have, I wish you could have smell-o-vision, like that you could smell that because it's so strong and yummy. Stop laughing at me. Okay, so we are all set here. A little extra virgin olive oil on top. Just be generous with your olive oil, people. It tastes really good. It adds a lot of good flavor and a lot of good silkiness in your mouth. Just be more generous, especially this time. Just be more generous.